Org. It is Tuesday here on Good Things, which means it's time for Tasty Tuesday, which is brought to you by PrimeShrimp.com. That's Prime, shrimp.com, which is your one-stop shop for pre-seasoned, easy-to-cook shrimp. Best part, it's delivered straight to your door. You can still use code GOODTHINGS and get $20 off of your first order. So that is primeshrimp.com. So do that this week. They are up to a staggering 5 different flavors for you to choose from. 5 variety. They've got the Simply Shrimp, so it's just a pouch of plain shrimp. It's the easiest way to cook shrimp and lets you customize with the seasons and the sauces that you want. And then they've got the Louisiana Shrimp Boil, bit of spicy flair, tastes like out of the pot at a crawfish boil or shrimp boil in New Orleans or on the Gulf Coast. You've got the garlic, herb, and butter, which is one of the most versatile offerings yet. It can go on top of practically anything, rice, veggies, pasta. I would even add a baked potato, which I'm all about, a baked potato being that plain canvas for whatever your life wants on that particular day.
Basically, if you could put bacon on it, you could put prime shrimp on it. Pretty
much. you got my taste buds in going there. And then the French Quarter Alfredo too. I mean, I feel like that's just a signature. I say it all the time. You just put your pasta in and then you cook it, and it's one of those staples. It's like regular spaghetti in your house, but you can upgrade that to the Alfredo. And how often do you get that? I mean, the sauce and all is right there in the pouch. So if that's something that you or your family enjoys, y'all, it's really economical and it's really easy to keep it stocked. And you have to try it, though. Don't take our word for it. Give it a try. Get your $20 off. And then, hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. They have a money-back guarantee. And then if you do like it, though, you're like, yes, this is a great way to get shrimp in, our weekly or bi-weekly or every other bi-monthly.
And I'm going to repeat a pro tip from our buddy from Prime Shrimp that we talked to on the very first Tasty Tuesday. I got this idea from him. Now, it doesn't work with 2 of the variety. It doesn't really work with the French Quarter Alfredo. And I wouldn't really recommend it with the garlic herb butter because you got that butter in there that you want to pour over something. It just adds flavor to everything. Mm-hmm. But if you go with the signature or the Louisiana Shrimp Boil or the Simply Shrimp, I'm a healthy dude. There's enough in a pouch to where I can get a serving, top something with it, and still have a handful or 2 left over to stick in the fridge, and they make a great snack. You just take them, stick them on a skewer, and it's like a shrimp lollipop while you're cooking something else.
That's a really great idea. I like that you mentioned that you're a healthy guy. I, too, am a healthy girl, and so it makes me sad.
Healthy in totally different ways.
It makes me very sad when you order like a shrimp po' boy or whatever, and then it's like 2 or 3 shrimp and all the great
whispered shrimp at it.
Yes, you can control that whenever you're making it at home. And in our home, it's enough for us both to get adequate numbers. I would say, in my opinion, to be honest, like for good, you could may get 3 servings out of it, 3 adults. Definitely 2.
Oh, yeah.
Totally 2 out of 1 pouch. And you get 2 pouches to a pack.
Correct.
And so that's really 4. And so you can really, make it go a lot further and just elevate your weeknight meals. It's really a simple way to get a quality protein on the table fast. So that is primeshrimp.com. Make sure you spell out Good Things, get your $20 off. But as we continue to celebrate National Tourism Week, I couldn't leave out the food. So I want to know what dish from you, 601-879-4395, is worth the day trip. I mean, or is like you can say the restaurant, if you want to just go that easy, that's fine. Keep it local in terms of like Mississippi. But what would be something if you could hop in the convertible, take the top off the Jeep, get on the motorcycle, grab a friend, roll the windows down. You're going for the day trip with the sole purpose of enjoying the sights and scenery, but then eating a really good Mississippi meal. Because let's face it, we do that. We will get on the road, especially we've got friends who will go try out different steaks in different places, and we will drive an insane amount in one direction for a meal to be fat and happy and come all the way back. So
most recently I did that for Hardee's, but that's a totally different thing.
That's because you had a friend who didn't. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I do think it's semi-local. We were in Laurel this past weekend for a swim meet, and great host there, great venue there, right outside of the city. And I was speaking with another swim mom, and she came up through Taylorsville and Soso, Mississippi into Laurel. And she said, on the way home, you have to stop and you have to get this really great burger. She's like, my kids loved it. It's a new restaurant there in Collinsville or Taylorsville, maybe she was saying. And I was like, oh man, yeah, we love a good burger. What's the name of it? She was like, it's called Ward's. Neely is like a Ward's fanatic, and she was like, Ward's? We go there all the time in Pelahat or wherever. But it got me tickled that, it was her first experience with a new location. She was all about it, and it was Ward's Burger. And so I had it twice this weekend, once with the daughter, and then once because the husband was mad that me and the daughter got the Ward's. So that they do travel for that. They do get in the car and go to Pelahatchie or Quitman for their Ward's fix.
The one that keeps coming to mind for me as far as a local Mississippi-owned, operated, been that way forever establishment that is completely worth the day trip, but I would caution you, if you're going to go and eat there, you're probably going to want to go sometime in the middle of the summer where you have more daylight, especially depending on how far you got to drive to get there, because you're going to want as much daylight as possible coming back because you're going to be stuffed. And it is the Seafood Junction in Algoma.
Where's Algoma?
Pontotoc, go south.
Gotcha. I'm with Dave, either Gibbs Steakhouse or the Como Steakhouse, either one. We just ventured out to Gibbs, which is in Lurden, Mississippi. So many folks actually take weekend trips just to go eat there. They have a great atmosphere. You have the honor system with the caps for your beverages, which I think is really cool. It's in a really old general store, but the steaks are on point. And the fact that they can charge what they charge and serve it to you on, paper plate, like paperware that then gets trashed, goes to show you the quality of the cut and the overall experience, and the the flavor of the food is definitely worth it. Jeff in Oxford says Taylor Grocery. We had that on our to-do list when we visited Oxford not too long ago for the baseball game, and be darned if they don't open until later on. So do make sure you check those times for your local restaurants. But I do hear great things about Taylor Grocery. And then the trip to Columbia, Mississippi to the Fried Rabbit, and they don't serve rabbit everything. They serve homemade, and it's all wonderful. So that would be a tip for Fried Rabbit in Columbia, Mississippi. And then Rosie's Cantina in Hattiesburg. Get the smoked wings. That sounds delicious. Chris in Richland said Rusty's Riverfront Grill in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Redfish is great. There's another restaurant. I think it is Rusty's. Okay, Rusty's Riverfront. I had crab cakes while pregnant with Neely, and I swore Jesus made them himself. I could have ate 12 of them things. I don't know if it was the combination of just great seafood, properly prepared, along with all things hormonal and pregnant, but I just remember distinctly thinking, this is the best crab cake I've ever had.
The stars aligned for the perfect crab cake. Kind of like
experience.
Our kindred spirit here at Mason from Water Valley chiming in on the C Spire text line at basically the exact same time I was talking about it. Go to Seafood Junction in Algoma, Mississippi, just south of Pontotoc. Good eats.
Add that to the list. Indian Depot is the best. And then, let's see, day trip meal, breakfast, Pass Christian, fill up with Billups. It's
The Hangover Part 3, a split cat head biscuit topped with 2 sausage patties, 2 eggs, and country gravy.
That's the actual name of, that's a good late night dive if you open up the menu there.
I'm like in the hungover games, a split cat head biscuit topped with a chicken fried steak and smothered country gravy.
Yes.
Just up the grease. If it's a hangover, up the grease.
Oh, absolutely. Bo's in Pascagoula, someone mentions. And the burger.
Bozo's?
Or Bozo's. The Burger House in Mize, Mississippi. What I love about you guys is all we have to do is mention food and local, and you're out there and you're supporting our local restaurants, and you just feel like And I'm sure, oh no, there are plenty of websites out there with all the things, but
You won't hear half of these.
yeah, I mean, it's like, where are those that the locals are saying, you must go, this is what to order, it's worth a day trip? I mean, what else are you going to do on a Sunday afternoon? You might as well travel a little 45 minutes this way or 45 minutes that way and try somewhere new.
So if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, check out the places we mentioned. They're great.
They're great. And also check out primeshrimp.com, Prime shrimp.com. Get it delivered to your door when you can't get out to a local store. Good things. You'll get $20 off, and that's the code. And stick with us, though. More for you up next.